Hi everyone and welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about how to find brand sponsors. It's no surprise you want to become a paid Instagram influencer. Heck, the average price for a sponsored Instagram post is $300. And if you become more successful, like Yoja Rachel Brathen, you could be making $25,000 per post. 1. Define your brand. You'll see the best engagement if you're able to define your niche. Do you want to post food and health-related content or focus on fashion? Whatever the case, it's important to establish your brand. Besides the type of content you post, branding has a lot to do with your overall aesthetic. How do you want to style your posts? What's your messaging? To further solidify your brand, you might want to consider creating a cohesive feed theme. Use these feeds for inspiration. Specificity is key. A good influencer's posts are distinguishable and unique. When a user is flipping through her feed, she'll be able to pause and recognize every time she sees a post from that influencer. As she continues to see similar content, she'll grow to trust that brand as an expert in the field. If the influencer suddenly and randomly changed course, the user might not understand or trust the content anymore. 2. Know your audience. Knowing your audience is critical for convincing a brand to work with you. It's mutually beneficial for you as well. If you understand your audience, you're able to correctly identify which brands will see the most success from using you as their sponsor. Start by gathering the basics. What is the gender, age, and geographical location of your core demographic? Which of your posts do they like the best? What times of day do they respond best to content? And what can you infer from this? The demographic information you gather will help you pitch partnerships with brands. Brands want to know who they can reach if they work with you. Explaining, you'll be reaching 30-something working women, primarily from New York, who often use Instagram first thing in the morning and prefer fitness content is certainly more powerful than saying, you'll be reaching women. 3. Post consistently. Co-Schedule gathered research from 14 studies to identity how often you should post on social media sites. For Instagram, they found you should post a minimum of once a day, but can post upwards of 3 times a day. Co-Schedule also found 8:00 a.m. to 9:00 a.m. and 2:00 a.m. are the best times to post. To grow your following, it's critical you post at least once a day. Instagram's algorithm favors new and fresh content, and you don't want your audience to unfollow you or forget about you from lack of consistency. However, you'll need to figure out what works best for you and your audience. Perhaps your audience feels bombarded when you post 3 times a day, or maybe they prefer it. Maybe your audience engages most with your posts at noon. It will take some trial and error, as well as Instagram metrics tools, to figure this out. 4. Use hashtags and geotags. Hashtags make your content more discoverable, so they're necessary for growing your following. You can use up to 30 hashtags per post, but TrackMaven found 9 to be the optimal number for boosting engagement. You'll want to use hashtags as relevant to your content as possible. You'll also need to check to make sure the hashtags you use aren't broken or banned. Take a look at this list of banned hashtags if you're unsure. It's critical you choose hashtags that aren't too broad. Hashtag HealthyLiving, for instance, has over 20 million posts, while hashtag HealthyLivingTips only has 13,000. The less competition, the easier it will be for your content to get discovered. When you peruse a hashtags page, you can also get a deeper sense of what types of content your post will be up against. Hashtag HealthyLivingTips might typically feature posts with food recipes, while your post is about cycling. This could deter you from using that hashtag. Geotags are equally important, but for a different reason. Geotags can help people find you if they're interested in a certain location. This helps you gain more followers, and it also helps you appeal to brands that are interested in reaching a certain demographic. For instance, Maybe a boutique sees you often post fashion tips from the California area, and they're looking to appeal to people in that region. It's a win-win. 5. Tag brands in your posts. Okay, now you're officially ready to begin reaching out to brands. You've defined your brand and audience and have created some quality, authentic posts. Now, you should have a pretty good idea what types of businesses would benefit from a partnership with you. It's important to start small. If you're interested in skincare, don't go straight for Estee Lauder. Instead, try tagging small skincare startups you've seen across Instagram already. Let's take a look at an example. At Tiberita, a travel influencer posted this image of herself wearing a Paul Hewitt watch. The image is high quality and fits with her brand, and she tags it Paul_Hewitt in her description. Even if you're not paid by Paul Hewitt, you can still post the same type of content and tag their brand in the post. Ideally, it will at least put you on their radar. 6. Include contact information in your bio. Consider your bio a chance to signal to brands your interest in becoming an influencer. Include an email or website so they can reach you, and include a press kit if possible. For instance, at Tiberita doesn't waste her bio space. She includes her email and website, and even adds a title, Content Creator. Brands will have no doubt she's open to doing business with them. 7. Pitch paid sponsorships. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to brands and offering your services. With the right pitch, you might be able to land some gigs without waiting for brands to find you. Look for brands that clearly invest time and money into their Instagram presence. You might start by researching what similar influencers in your industry already sponsor. Remember, it's okay to start small. Working with smaller brands will allow you to build a portfolio. Once you've curated a list of brands that might want to partner with you, send them an email. In your pitch, clearly and briefly outline who you are, what you do, and any achievements you have in the field that make you an expert. Then, explain why you're a good fit for the brand, and include data such as follower count and average engagement rate. Alternatively, you might consider sending a brand a DM straight from Instagram. It's certainly more relevant to the job you're vying for, but it might get lost if a brand gets hundreds of DMs a day. 8. Know your worth. Make sure you know how much you're going to charge when brands reach out to you. The industry standard is $10 for 1,000 followers, but it could also vary depending on how many likes you get per post. Additionally, as you grow, you'll be able to charge more. While you'll want to have a minimum set, you can negotiate to encourage brands to pay more. Perhaps for $300, you'll throw in 5 Instagram story posts and a link in your bio to their website for 24 hours. You can use other Instagram features to sweeten the deal. Once you have your pricing structure nailed down, you'll need to know how to sponsor a post on behalf of the brand you're working with. Now, keep in mind, there are 2 different kinds of sponsored posts: those for which brands pay Instagram, and those for which brands pay another user. Thanks for watching.